This is a shocker. The Boston Bruins fired Jim Montgomery, their head coach. He led them to 65 wins a year ago. They got a bunch of internal problems. Montgomery, we don't know the inner workings as to why this happened. Montgomery was a former head coach in Dallas with the Stars and lost his job. He's a recovering alcoholic, but he said he learned so much about life. I don't know whether this plays into this equation. They were 8-9-2. Montgomery was having problems. He benched David Pastrnak, one of his big scorers. He's had personality clashes this year with Brad Marchand, who's other superstar. They got a mess in goal. Jeremy Swayman, who was their hot goaltender last spring through the playoffs, held out all of camp so he could get a big payday. I gave you the statistics. If you're a good goaltender, your save percentage is .900. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Swayman's save percentage is .840. It's really bad. And he blasted Swayman. So I don't know if it's the erosion of him being sober or whether it's the erosion of his relationships with the most important players on the team. But he got fired. And I guess the thing that really shocks me, his career record in Boston, let me just pull this up. 120 wins, 41 losses, 23 ties, or 23 overtime losses. He won 120 games, and they fired him.
It's like firing Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah, after a 14-2 season. Yeah. That's a good point. I had that there. Second story, Toronto Maple Leafs. We talked about this, about players going abroad to get help. Christian McCaffrey went to Germany for special stem cell injections for Achilles and heel and calf. Auston Matthews, the leading goal scorer, 60-goal scorer, Toronto Maple Leafs, went to Germany. He's being treated, we think, for a back or hip issue. He's been out for weeks and weeks. It just hasn't gotten better. So we believe he had a stem cell injection this week. They would hope they can get him back. Toronto is reeling. They got the highest payroll up against the cap in the NHL, and they can't keep their guys on the ice. Auston Matthews is hurt. Max Pacioretty, veteran center, he's down with what appears to be a real significant back-of-the-knee injury. And Max Domi went down with a thigh injury. So they got three of their top six guys on the front lines are out with injury. So Toronto is kind of reeling. Ducks. So that's what winning feels like. Anaheim, which has been down forever. The Ducks have now won 3 in a row and 4 of their last 5. And all of a sudden, the kids that force-fed all these kids are starting to play better together. Cutter Gauthier, the college kid, number 1 pick that they traded for out of Philadelphia, comes back with a game, a goal, and an assist, and the Ducks are starting to put it together. Now, the big issue is, can these kids continue to play? And we're still waiting for a couple of these other Duck players to kind of come around. The one that I want to see explode again is Trevor Zegras. He got hurt a year ago. He just hasn't been the same player. He's not potting goals anymore. They need Zegras to be a star. But they've won 3 in a row, 4 of the last 5. That's pretty impressive. And it looks like they are going to try to trade John Gibson, legendary goaltender. They broke him. He played in goal for so many games behind so many bad teams, he just physically and maybe even emotionally fell apart. He's off the injured list after having an appendectomy in camp. He's won his first 3 starts. He's kind of rotating with Luca Dostal. Dostal, of course, is the former San Diego Gold Star goaltender. Dostal has won that job. He's got a 2.69 goals against average. They are shopping John Gibson. They're going to have to pay a piece of the salary, though, because he's being paid as a superstar under his last contract. I was told that the Ducks are willing to pay $3 million of the $6.5 that's owed for the next 3 years each year. They can get a high draft pick for John Gibson. And there are teams, I was told, Carolina and Columbus are desperate, and Edmonton possibly, although Edmonton would not take on the salary. But I think there's going to be a trade coming. Free John Gibson. He's going to go somewhere else. Looks like John Gibson is back. Can't get his job back, though, because the ex-Gull, Luca Dostal, is playing really well. So the Ducks, Orange Country, they kind of look like they're about to turn the corner with all these kids. We'll see if they can keep this up. But this is kind of fun to see them struggle, lose all these one-goal games, and all of a sudden win 4 of their last 5. So, hockey fan, feel free. Oh, Canada Network, you're with us. Jump on board. You got a comment in hockey. John?
Loving the Ducks. Good for those guys. But you're talking about Auston Matthews, went to Germany, maybe stem cell. But you said McCaffrey went there. But didn't Kobe Bryant do that too?
Yeah, years ago with his Achilles.
Yeah. So what is it about this thing in Germany? Why is it only in Germany and not in America?
Because you would know this coming from your medical background. Who sanctions medical treatments? What's it? It's called in America.
Um,
D Department of. They sanction what medications are legal versus not legal.
oh,
What
the
they
DEA.
DEA.
Yeah, they're like the drug enforcement guys.
Okay. I guess it's the DEA is not sanctioning the type of, I won't say it's experimental, but the type of stem cell treatments that athletes are going to Germany for. The Germans are the ones that have devised it. They treat track and field, Olympic stars. It's legal there, but here it's not recognized as being the proper way to treat athletes who have certain types of injuries. It's got to do with something, them not sanctioning the stem cell. It's not illegal because it's there when their injection in the stem cell to help regenerate the health of the cells. It's legal in Germany. It's just not recognized by the medical hierarchy here in the States yet.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, you figure America has all the innovative medicine; it should be here. But the fact that they're going to Germany, it's almost like a script in a movie. You know, you have to go to some foreign country to get shot up.
It's like a cottage industry.
Yeah.
These athletes know about where there's unique and different forms of medical treatment. It's not illegal. I mean, NFL, Christian McCaffrey did it. NFL's not blocking McCaffrey from playing, but he's injured, and this is a different form of treatment. So Auston Matthews, 60-goal scorer, who's making mega money, he's evidently had it, and I think he's coming back. He may have practiced today with the Maple Leafs. No idea when he's going to play again. So that's kind of an intriguing story there. Okay.